I don't have an intro, and I think I should probably make one, right? What about this? Welcome and welcome back to the channel. My name is Corey and I am real queer. Today we are back and I'm gonna watch Twilight because it's my yearly watch. I've just taken an edible. I've not done an edible in a long time because whenever I do, I start saying crazy things. So just, I guess, give it for that. And it is hitting. So I'm gonna start this reaction now before things get a little too away from me. I've watched this year with Matthew on the channel just to get his kind of vibe and take from it, but I'm interested to see what this viewing is going to be. During editing, if I don't like it, I'm just not going to post it because it's going to... Anyway, yeah, a couple updates. I built those 2 shelves back there, so those are cute. So I'm a handyman now, so call me if you want to build a house or like raise a barn. I know what I'm doing, because I had to use these like weird, they're called like molly wafers, molly wop something. They're just these little plastic inlays that you have to like drill into the wall, and then the screw can go into it if you don't have like studs, or if you want to like drill into the drywall to keep it sturdy. And I had to do that. I had to measure things. I had to use a level. I was the original carpenter. I was like, I built the first barn. I just knew, I was just like, I was looking at blueprints and reading like instructions. I was like a contractor. Like I was Extreme Makeover Home Edition. Like that's one thing about like IKEA is like no one like tells you how much of the building and making stuff you actually have to do. And granted, you're not like measuring plywood and doing all that, but like you're doing a lot. Like you're really like building a house every time you want to build IKEA furniture. Like that's crazy. Sorry, that was just like a really weird tangent for no reason. Okay, let's just start this movie because this is gonna just, oh boy. Okay, here we go. God, when this movie came out when I was in high school, I think it was in like maybe 9th or 10th grade.
I'd never given much thought.
I just knew that like this movie was gonna like change my life. Like it was kind of crazy. God, and then, like just like rereading the book to be like, okay, let's make sure this is like the same when the movie comes out. God, I was such a weird little nerd. Like seeing this come to life though was really cool. I will say that. That's like one thing about like book turn movies or anything like that. Like I love when they make it a movie. You get to enjoy it in 2 different mediums, right? So fun.
But they want to go on the road, so I'm gonna spend some time with my dad.
Imagine just being this man and you like haven't seen your daughter since she was like fucking not even 9. And then she comes back a full teenager, menstruating. Like you're like, oh, and you're not like emoting. You're not an emotional person. That'd be crazy. I'd be like, girl, stay your ass at home. Twilight. Oh my God, we saw that font. The girls went crazy.
There's a small town named Forks. Population 3,120 people.
3,121 when I moved there. No, it rains too much. I wouldn't do that, actually. It seems like and also like vampires and wolves running around. I'm okay. But I like that. I like the idea. The idea's cute. God, I bet you everybody who's racist. Everybody here is racist.
Your hair's longer.
Cut it since the last time I saw you.
But also, we're not assuming that she even visits him over like the summer or anything, right? Or oh well.
Every summer.
Just saw this movie, by the way.
Thanks.
Yeah. Just, I would go to town on Charlie. Ooh. Well, love me man in uniform. But he's like a cop. Oh, but it's like small town cop, so it's probably like, stop running, Oh, but a small town cop, so it could also be like, what are you boys doing over here, I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm trying to.
I'm glad you're finally here. Charlie here hasn't shut up about it since you told him you were coming.
All right, keep exaggerating. I'll roll you.
Come on, wig. Come on, wig.
We used to make mud pies when we were little.
Right. No, I remember. Am I always like this?
It's getting worse with old age.
Bella was awkward, but she wasn't like awkward, right? Because she's like talking to kids her age. She's like sheepishly doing it, but she's not just like, oh, like it's, you know what I mean? Like her awkward is definitely manageable. I wouldn't be her motherfucking friend because she got something going on up here. Ooh. But I wouldn't recoil away from her in social situations, you know?
Okay. So you gotta double pump the clutch when you shift, but besides that, you should be good.
That's this one?
Yeah, right there.
All right.
And you know, like, we were gagged that Shark Boy was gonna be in Twilight, but we liked him. We liked him. We were like, okay, yeah, we know him. He got brand recognition. Like, okay, girly, it can be him. Like, God, do people get this way for books anymore? Like, is there a book now that the Gen Z kids are like, this is everything, you know? Because when we were younger, it was books. It was like Harry Potter. It was like Twilight. It was like Aragon, you know? That was kind of the vibe. We were like, have you read this book series? We were like really into that medium. But I don't think Gen Z kids are like, you know, really kind of rabid for a book, right? Or I could be wrong. Also, have you guys tried these? They're Mike and Ike. They're Mike and Ike field ropes. Crack. I bought 4 packs today. That's crazy. Actually, I don't feel bad for like the things I like. Actually, I bought 4 bags, and I will likely buy 4 more. I'm sorry. Who am I fighting?
She's got a great spike, huh? I'm Jessica, by the way.
Jessica.
Hey, you're from Arizona.
Y'all know, like, this is the Jessica Stan account, but no shade. I'm on Jessica's side because she's like, this dude that I like is thirsting after this bland ass girl who rolled into town. She's fine, but really, the man I like likes that type of girl. That's a bummer. And to watch him be like a, you know, simp omatic 3000 for this girl, you're like, it sucks to be Jessica right now. It's very high school, but it like sucks to be Jessica.
There's no way he's so skinny.
Here it is. Okay, here it is. Everybody shut up.
They're Dr. and Mrs. Cullen's foster kids. They moved down here from Alaska like a few years ago.
The lore.
Yeah, because they're all together. Like, together.
Girl, when I saw this, I thought, ooh, it's so blue. There's so much blue happening in the scene. But I was like, I also like 8. I was like, oh my God, there they are, the vampires. Woo!
Who's he?
Here he comes. Oh.
That's Edward Cullen. He's totally gorgeous, obviously. But apparently nobody here is good enough for him.
And we all like laugh because we're like, he can hear thoughts. He heard that.
Don't waste your time.
I wasn't planning on it.
Girl. But you break your neck to look at that table, girl. Nobody at this table believes you, Bella. See, that would have turned me off. If I'm looking at a man like, oh, wow, he's cute. And he's like, I'd be like, oh, never mind it. Like, everything that this boy is doing is saying, hey, I'm not gonna fuck with you. You shouldn't fuck with me. And she's like, I gotta know. What's your vibe, man? What's going on? What would y'all do if this man was like, you stank and you musty? I'd be like, oh, I would ask him. I'd be so uncomfortable. I don't think I would continue to sit next to him. Oh. See, what the fuck are you running for?
Why are you running?
He's like bullying her. And it's a new school. You can't go anywhere because your mom's like traveling with her man. So you're just like, this man who I don't know fucking hates me based off nothing. I've said nothing to him. I've done nothing to him. I would be like, hey, that's actually too much. I have to change all my classes. Like all this stuff, because it's rooted in reality, it's done well. Like it doesn't seem corny, you know?
Bella!
That song's so cunty. And then like now he's like not
days
here
passed. Things were getting
after that. That's like crazy. I always thought that this was like an intense cut. Like we're at like lunch being like, and now it's like, it's a man running for his life. It's like so like, oh, okay. I guess the danger is here now. It's like it's a abrupt shift in tone. It's kind of crazy. We ate this up because we were like, because she's clumsy too. That's right. That's one of her characteristics. We were living.
Prom committee is a chick thing, but I gotta cover it for the paper anyway, and they need a...
Hang on. Was him missing from school after he was like, ooh, you stank? Was it because he was hunting? And like, that's why he came back and the eyes had changed color? I just realized that. That's crazy. That's crazy. I've seen this movie 6 times, 7 times.
Hello. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to introduce myself last week. I'm Edward Cullen.
God, and Robert Pattinson was like, I'm the lead in this big Hollywood movie, and it's just Twilight. You know what? No, I take that back. This motherfucker should be honored that so many of these, like, you know, mentally fucked up young teens were like, we want you. You can play this role.
You were gone.
Yeah. I was out of town for a couple of days. Personal reasons.
And then he's back and he's just being like nice to you. Like, I'd be skeeved out.
So you're enjoying the rain? What?
You're asking me about the weather?
Yeah, you were fucking being crazy a few days ago, and now you're like, you don't like the rain? It's like, what? All of this screams, actually, no, I'm gonna head out. We don't got it. We can just be classmates. We're not gonna be friends. But there's something in this girl's brain that's like blocking that. Because the way I would have been like, you cute, but you're kind of a little off in a way that I don't know that I want to even, you know. But this delusional bitch here.
If you hate the cold and the rain so much, why'd you move to the wettest place in the continental U.S.?
None of your business. And fuck you. What the fuck? It's like, why are you here, you dumb bitch? You don't like wet? It's like, these like close up horny fucking shots that they're about to do. Being young, I remember being like, oh my God, he's beautiful. Oh my God. Like, yeah, if I saw a beautiful boy, I'd be like looking at his eyes, his lips, listening to the way he says words. God, I was a mega F word. But yeah, I was like superimposing myself on Bella this entire time. Let's be clear. I was not like, I'm one of the vampire boys. That was her. With a 2-man fighting over her. That was me.
And now you're unhappy?
No.
I'm sorry, I'm just...
And he has like such an intense stare too. You're like, yeah, don't stare, look at me.
Your eyes were black the last time I saw you, and they're like golden brown.
Yeah, I know. It's the fluorescence.
No, yeah, right. You're right. That trips me out. Also, has no one ever said that about him or asked him that? Or is this the first time he's hearing that? Because he seems to not have an excuse as to why they're changed colors. And they're supposed to be like people who do this secretly. Nobody's like, hey, you look dead. You're never here when it's sunny. No one's asking this question. Is this an accredited high school? No shade. The way preteens' hearts like raced when this scene came on, we were all like, oh my God. Like in the book, we were like gagged. That was just like an intense sentiment about like they were like, no, 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 you let her die. We cannot be found out. Like, people who are in trouble, you got to sit here and watch them suffer. That's intense.
You might experience some post-traumatic.
This man is so pale. Like, nobody thought that this is a vampire or a dead man. Like, he's so pale.
Yeah, it was amazing. I mean, he got to me so fast, he was nowhere near me.
She's digging. She's like, yeah, your son got to me. It was really weird. I think I would do the same thing she did. I would like to say that. I'd be like, thank you, and move on, because I don't care. But I really would be like, oh, I also forgot to mention, I'm in an ergonomic, sitting chair for my back because I thought, why not try it? My friend had one, so I just got one. I'm trying it out.
I know, yeah. False alarm, I guess.
Yeah. No, I wanted to ask you.
Also, I know this is high school, but babe, she just almost got murdered by a car, and you're like, hey, you're back in school. Do you want to go dance with me? It's like, I think that's a wild situation. Maybe it's just me. Let me know in the comments, but I think that's kind of like, oh.
You should ask Jessica. I know she wants to go with you.
See, Bella was being a girl's girl for like half a second there.
I am gonna make a steaming cup of compost tea.
This movie was so interesting because it built the world circa 2008 with how kids dress, how those kids talked at the time, who the teachers were, their personalities. But like the main story was like the crazy thing happening within that, which I think inadvertently like made all of the young people go, whoa, that could be happening to us right now. Like we could be these people.
I had an adrenaline rush. It's very common. You can Google it.
You don't have to be mean. Why are you being mean? It kind of feels like you like me and you are projecting. Because what are you talking? I'm like just hanging out. Like, look, he running up on her in this parking lot. Being like, stay away from me. You're like, what?
I mean, why didn't you just let the van crush me and save yourself all this regret?
And like, he's realizing, like, I make her want to be dead? Oh, like if you get a girl to that point, it feels like, yikes. Like, that's a wild way to like throw somebody off your scent.
What if I'm not the hero? What if I'm the bad guy?
He's every edgelord in the history of edgelords. Like, there'll always be this archetype of like young man, huh? That's crazy.
I keep thinking that Eric's gonna ask me to the prom, and then he just doesn't.
You should ask him.
No, I like that. Cause it's like, girl, you want to go with him? Ask him. You know, he's like, boys are dumb. They're never gonna like get it. You got to be like, yeah, hey.
Are you surfing?
Definitely not.
I think like the reason young people really like this movie was because these people were acting like high schoolers act, right? So as high schoolers, we were like, but like adults at the time was like, oh, this is so like, high school and so like teeny bopper. And you're like, well, babe, it's a young adult novel. Like it's a kid thing. It's like it's a younger person thing.
Okay, did you know Quileutes are supposedly descended from wolves?
So what's the story about the Cullens?
Well, they're supposedly descended from this, like, enemy clan.
Everybody is like, yeah, they're weird. But the natives are like, no. There's a historical reason why we don't like this random rich white family. I just kind of wish it was done better. No shade to Stephenie Meyer. But like, I just wish that conceptually was handled a little bit better.
What are they really?
It's just a story, Bella.
She's like, something crazy happened, and you're being like, oh yeah, they're supposedly like this weird, they all come from like this weird kind of like non-human creature thing. They're all like weird creatures supposedly. She goes, now what creature? No, give me, you got a picture? He's like, it's just a story. She's like, I think the motherfuckers are here. Bella's like, tell me everything you know immediately.
It's always the same inane questions.
Man, this body in 2008 was like, that's crazy. That's like great body. But now this would be like seen as like puny. Like the Marvel universe has ruined like male body image issues. And we don't talk about that quite enough.
I like it. I liked that Dusty Rose one.
And she's like, yeah, I'm too cool. I don't do girly girl stuff. I'm not like other girls. Oh, love that era.
That is uncomfortable.
Oh, it's disgusting.
Grown men ogling underage girls, by the way. Crazy.
You're not really into this, are you?
Like, you look uncomfortable. How about you leave? I don't want you here fucking up the vibe, girl. Like, God, a lot of women can't even enjoy like the girly pop moments because there's always a man doing something crazy.
Dangerous maneuver.
Oh my God. The growling is very funny.
I'm sorry I kept Bella from dinner. We just sort of ran into each other and got talking.
They were like, this bitch came to this school and you know, cause you know how like, this is gonna be a crazy like comparison, but you know like how in prison they always say like, go up to the biggest person and knock him out. Like that's what Bella's doing socially. She's like going up to the coolest person and like going to town on them. But I think it's also ultimately someone who likes to put themselves in dangerous situations. Or maybe even not that. Hang on. Maybe even not that. Maybe it's someone who like won't actively go find one, but if they end up there, they'll be like, I mean, I guess I'm here. There's nothing I can do. I think that's more her vibe.
How?
Animal attack.
Was it the same one?
And we gagged because he's reading Carlisle's mind saying it was another vampire. That was kind of like the fun thing about this movie too, is that the girlies who read the book already knew the big plot twists and all the with the tea. So like they added stuff in there as a nod to us too, which I really enjoyed. I thought that's why I think that's why it was so big, because we were like, oh, we know what that means. It always gagged me how she just sees this little dead leg and she's like, dead, cold, leg, Edward, dead. Like that's what that thought process was. I fucking guarantee you. The two weirdest kids in school meeting each other. But I guess this is what like, not the vampires and the killing, but like, I guess this was like the vibe of having an intense, like, I like this person likes me, kind of in high school. I wouldn't personally know, but I think that's what this is trying to like, or what it perfectly encapsulates.
You don't go out in the sunlight.
What if like this was just like a gag with his siblings? They're like, you know, it'd be fun if we just like tricked everybody to think we're into vampires and they were just doing this. It was just like a prank. It's like a long con to where at graduation they reveal it was like a prank or whatever. That would be so funny.
I know what you are.
He goes, anemic. You're anemic. You're anemic.
You won't hurt me.
And she has no reason to think that he would hurt her because she's like, babe, you're a vampire, but you're also pretending to be a high school student. Like you're not giving dangerous. You know what I mean? Because the vampires who like don't care about being seen as human are like not in school. They're running around killing people. So like I would be like, you're not gonna kill me. You ain't gonna hurt anybody. Shut up. You're like worried about it fell in geometry, girl. Come on. That's not giving killer.
This is why we don't show ourselves in sunlight.
We just didn't as young readers of this see any issue with sparkling in the sunlight, by the way. We were like, yeah, these vampires sparkle. Like, what are you bitches talking about? Like, you guys are late. Like, they sparkle. We don't understand what the issue is. We were down for this. And I kind of still am because it's funny. And why don't we have like this generation's Twilight where it's like, they don't have to be teenagers, but they could be like young 20 somethings where one's like a little vampire, one's a human, and they're just like, it's horny, it's hot, it's like fun, it's kind of gay. Like, why don't we have that? Where's that thing? Does something like that exist? Like, let me know. And as a young mentally ill kid, I was like, put this in my veins. I think maybe we were kind of all Bella, kind of somebody who was sort of like young and under it and kind of like maybe had kind of like unaliving tendencies and thoughts kind of living through this character. Because like if you look at the people who were fans of this as like young teens, like a lot of those people are mentally ill, myself included. So I think we just like latched onto this in a very, very aggressive way, which I don't hate and I wouldn't take back because it was like I was living.
I'm gonna take you to my place tomorrow.
Thanks.
I would be like, I think it's a little bit too soon to meet the family. I don't know, and maybe one of you all will tell me, but like I don't know if this was like deliberate, but it was very thinly veiled that the Juliet versus like vampire thing was not just because werewolves kill vampires, but it was like a little racism baked in there too. I don't know if that was on purpose but it's definitely there. He's like, you're also rich. If they weren't rich, like they're alive for hundreds of years. If the Cullens weren't rich, I'd be like, just go to the Voturi and have them pop your head off. Because what are we doing?
We're making Italiano for you.
Oh, buongiorno.
Molto bene.
Giving us an excuse to use the
Everything.
kitchen for the first
His
time.
movements are so jagged. He's like, I'm also here. I, as a young slur, loved Rosalie. And now as a gay adult, it's because she's cunty.
I would never tell anybody anything.
She knows that.
God, the fashion is so 2008, 2009. It's so like Charlotte Russe and like this type of like clothing walked so Sheen could run. You know what I mean?
We matriculate a lot.
That's kind of miserable. I mean, repeating high school.
What's the math of that? Like, he died in like, what was it, 1912 when he was 17. So from 1912 to 2008, how many years is that? And how many graduation caps would he have? Like, did anyone do the math on that? That's like a really nerdy thing, but that'd be cool if somebody did the math on that.
No bed?
No, I don't.
What you asked for the bed for?
What are you listening to?
It's Debussy.
Debussy. I don't know, man. It's just something I had to listen to. Little Debussy. I would be screaming the whole time.
I ordered you the spinach salad. I hope that's okay.
You should order one for yourself next time.
Yeah, that plate looks crazy. Steak, toast, fries.
What about any of these other yahoos in town? Anybody interest you?
Dad, we can talk about boys?
She's like, what, Dad, are you gay?
I don't really mind being alone.
Girl, that's an issue.
I guess I'm kind of like my dad in that way.
You're like, hey, Bella, we need to have you socialize and to kind of like do that. And she's like, I like being alone. Like you, Dad, we're the same. I'd be like, ooh, no, therapist.
Forks is growing on me.
Stewart, tell me everything. What is your job? Indy?
I love her. The mom's kind of cunty. They seem like they had like girly pop time when they were like together. She's a cool mom.
I like watching you sleep.
What the fuck? Stop playing. What the fuck? Stop
Kind of
playing.
fascinating.
What the fuck is that?
He could just like come in there whenever he feels like, I'm going to see you. No, 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 no. This quivering is sending me.
Stop it!
He's like, bring that fucking hard vampire dick over here. Bring that glitter cock over here. I'm sorry, that was crazy. I might take that out. Like Bella's like, you are synonymous with death. I want thee. You know what I mean?
I have a date with Edward Cullen. He's right outside.
All right. Bring him in.
God, like Charlie is so hot.
Bella won't be out too late tonight. She's just gonna play baseball with my family.
Bella's gonna play baseball. Good luck with that.
Bella's like, okay, Dad. Jesus Christ.
Still got that pepper spray?
Well, hey, Bella. Hate to say it. Glad your dad is saying it, but some men need to be pepper sprayed. Sorry, let me clear that up. Not that y'all should go around pepper spraying people. I'm just saying that, like, in certain situations when a man is doing something, a woman does need pepper spray.
Glad you're here. We need an umpire.
She thinks we cheat.
Well, I know you cheat.
Call me.
These wigs.
Okay.
Because I think Edward's hair is at actors. I think Bella probably got extensions. I know that Esme is a wig because you can see that lace, and Rosalie's a wig too, and Alice too, because this wig ain't even. This wig is sitting 6 miles above her head.
You're out. Ow!
Girl, you're out. But she's like, who is this human bitch calling this? What's the call it? Calling this out? I would feel some type of way too. Actually, now that I get it, Rosalie. The music just kind of ate, like the sound design, the music that they used, like the score is also just kind of like fun. You know what's so funny too? Just I'm thinking about the cinematography, and it's just even that shot from the feet to up, like it's very indie, kind of like scrappy because the director it was an indie director. So like all this is shot like kind of like an indie film, so it feels cool and fresh and young, kind of hip. But I think when they fired her and hired a random man, like they made it more Hollywood and like polished looking, and it just didn't fit the outsider kind of like edgy kind of type of media that we were all perceiving it as. We still ate it up because we were just seeing our dreams realized, but I think like it that's why I like this one better than all the other ones. And that's why a lot of people like this one the best. Because it kind of understood the assignment, you know?
Oh, come on. Just one game. Sure. Why not?
Being a vampire is so random. Like, you're fucking killing people and run through towns, and you're like, oh, more vampires. Yeah, let's play baseball. What? That's so random. But I guess when you're alive for so long, like, I guess things aren't so linear.
You brought a snack. A human?
Why would he think that he could just eat? Even if he thought that they brought Bella as like a little snack for them, why would you think they was gonna just let you take a little nibble? It's like 8 of them. Why would they? There's none for you.
Well, what am I gonna say to him? I can't hurt him.
Bella, what's going on? You just have to.
And she just has to just be just awful to the sweet man.
Yeah, and you know, if I don't get out now, then I'm just gonna be stuck here like Mom.
That is... Oof. That part still hits.
Could you put these on so the tracker will pick up?
Fella set.
Why? What is she to me?
I am with you when you right, bitch. She's like, I'm sorry, other vampires who drink human blood, who are stronger than us. Y'all want to start beef with them because this little girl? Throw her to James, the ponytail man, call it a day. And we can move to the next town. Because y'all got me fucked up.
I'll explain everything later. Mom, are you there?
Forks High School doesn't protect its students' privacy very well.
Don't touch her! Don't just...
You can still save her. But you're gonna have to get away from your friends. You handle that.
He's kind of a pussy, huh? Because he's like, you know, leave your friends. Come alone. He's supposed to be like chasing her down.
She's not even here.
And like, was James intimidating or scary? Because he just like tricked a high school girl. Like it was, you know, just like a gross man. He gives like college, you know, film dude who's like really gross. Like that's what he gives. This goofy ass like rawr. He's dressed so cunty. Look at that walk with his like little V line showing and his little like Ed Hardy jeans. Now in this scene, you're gonna just growl at each other before he bites you on the neck. That's what happened on that day.
I'll make you go away.
And this is someone who hasn't had human blood in a while, and her blood's like super sweet, like cherry Fanta or something.
Stop.
This is him singing in the background, by the way, which me and my friends downloaded his songs, which you can't find on streaming anymore. What the hell's that about? Put Robert Pattinson's song back on streaming. What the fuck?
I convinced you to come back to Forks. So you went over to their hotel, then you tripped. And you fell down 2 flights of stairs.
So in her mom's like point of view, your daughter is like fiending for this man. Like, I think a conversation has to happen where you're like, girl, stand up.
Mind getting Dad? I have to talk to him. Apologize.
Okay, baby. I'll go get him. And I'll go get a nurse, okay?
Her mom's cute. She's like young yoga bomb. Like, that's what she gives. She gives like kind of fun girly. She's like, Charlie, let me peg you. And he's like, no, not tonight. That was crazy. That I actually might take out. That was actually so crazy. But like, that's the vibe she gives. You know what I mean? Free spirit. I should just say free spirit. Because for Charlie, it's like, oh, she's dating the fucking doctors, you know, the main doctor of the town. She's dating his kid, and he's fucking awful.
My dad paid me to come talk to you. $20.
Let's hear it.
I think also like why people never really got on the Jacob train in the way I think they should have at the time was because he wasn't really in the first movie enough for us to like build any bond or kind of like attach to him in any way. He wasn't there enough for us to like you know, get to know him, and then like we're just thrown into it in the second movie.
Edward, why did you save me? You just let the venom spread. I could be like you by now.
You don't want this.
I want you. Always.
I think she's made it very clear she does not care about nothing you talk about. Like, she's like, yeah, no, whatever, y'all had to kill a random vampire for me. I don't care. I'm in. And they're like, hey, this is like not cute, and none of us would have asked for this. She's like, I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. She's like, I'm never going to stop asking for you to literally murder me and turn me into a vampire. Now, how Edward didn't hear her thoughts, smell her, see her, is kind of crazy. Like, the way this was edited was just so good. But yeah, that was Twilight. I hope that you guys enjoyed that as much as I always do. I love doing a little walking down memory lane and really just nostalgia of it all. Yeah, I love these movies, as ridiculous as they are. Like, but this would not be happening to like if fucking Bella was Jamaican. Like, this would not be happening because she'd be coming home like, Daddy, me in love with a vampire. And Charlie would be like, you cannot be no loving no pussy called vampire. What's the matter with you? Some things we cannot do. That was a bad act. Okay, so I think it was like end it there. But yeah, but going back to what I said before, like what's the book now? Like, is there like a really famous book that like hella people are like super into and it's about to become a movie? Or like, do we do that anymore? Because like that was before IP became like everything, right? Before like fucking everything had a fucking movie. Like, you know, what's next? Fucking Toaster Strudel's gonna have a fucking movie, or like the damn you know, Silly Rabbit, Tricks for Kids Rabbit's gonna have like a movie where he's like a fucking military like, what are we gonna, like, you know? It feels like everything is IP now. Everything is like a thing that you can buy the rights to not pay anybody else. Like, people, this is a movie about that. Like, that's crazy. But I just forgot what I was saying. I'm gonna stop this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I definitely want to do more stuff like this, but I'm afraid of what I might say, so we'll just have to do it very sparingly. Yeah, I'm just saying stuff. I'm gonna leave. Thank you so much, and as always, I will catch you in the next one. Bye.